Oh man. Mm. I don't know if anybody gonna join me on here. I don't know. This shit is difficult. It's like no. Um, what's Joe Brown speaking on Juneteenth? I don't even think anybody even saw this like tweet that I tweeted on Twitter. So I don't know. So whatever, it'll record and then it'll stay on this. It'll stay on my channel. I hate that uh nobody saw the tweet. I hate algorithms. I really do. Like, I really do, because if we're using this stuff, like, I'm using it as a megaphone so people can know what I'm doing next. And I'm very sporadic sometimes with what I'm doing. Like sometimes I just be like, yeah, let me put some makeup on. I'm going live. Like that's it. And so I don't know if anybody's on here with me. Please comment and let me know. Okay. If not, we're just gonna go straight into it, because yes, I'm gonna use this as a video too. It's gonna stay on my channel. So I don't want to make this too long because I want people to watch the whole thing. So we're gonna talk about current events. Okay. We're gonna get the main one out the way. The one about uh our gun control and everything, what happens to this in the school. Rest in peace to the kids, the babies who died, and the adults who died. I don't want to say like I'm rejoicing in the fact that they killed the person, the evil person who did this. But I just, some people just have to be taken out. Yeah, they do. None of that, let's just make them better or work on them. And some people just have to be taken out. And that was one of them. So And it's just sad. So anyway, I'm gonna share a screen. So we all know what happened, and we all know this guy. His name is Salvador or something Ramos or whatever, and then he shot his grandmother first. Like that's the other thing. Like I keep forgetting that part. This guy was crazy. He was evil. Who I'm sure he showed some red flags. I'm sure this guy, if you could shoot your grandmother over an argument, he probably tried to strike his grandmother before, and you'd have had to go. You know, parents. All right, I can't tell y'all how to be parents, but I can't tell y'all how to be parents, but I'm gonna tell you my father. My father was on that tip. If I'm not dying for children, okay, I'm not dying for kids. I love you, but if you come here and you're high on drugs and I can't trust you, you gotta go, because I will not sleep in the same house with somebody I can't trust. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not going to put me under and say he was a good man over any, just for kids. It's like, I'm not doing it. I understand it. I get it. I totally understand what he meant when he said that. Sometimes people show you red flags and it's like, you got to maybe have that person committed. I don't know. I'm not blaming anybody now. And his grandmother's still fighting for her life. So I hope that she recovers. But this guy was a creep and he was a kook. And so my issue now too is because of a kook, then they're saying we have to give up our rights because of a kook. Yeah, I take this position. Listen, when I was 20 something and I was emotional and I used to say, there's too much guns. We need to get away with all these guns. Everybody wants to shoot, guns. And then I got older and I was like, but wait a minute. Like, wait a minute. If we get rid of the guns, if we, add more gun control, that's going to actually affect the people who actually take the time out to buy a legal gun. These murderers are not going and registering their gun before they come and end yours with in between your eyes. They don't care. We need to raise the age limit. No, I've seen 16-year-olds in jail. Okay. They're getting their hands on pieces and they're doing what they have to do. Why should I not, as a female, be able to defend myself? That's crazy. Man, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't understand how Black people ask for gun control. I don't. I really don't. Because y'all aren't y'all the same ones who tell me that like they're gonna try to put us back in slavery and all kinds of stuff? So your right to bear arms is actually for a reason like that. You know what I'm saying? And then to ask for it and it's not gonna end anything. It's not. These criminals will kill you, especially if you are unarmed. Okay. So, but I want to share this lady. Oh man, they need to abolish this show for real. I can't stand The View. Hold on, y'all. I was looking first through the CBP. This was from 2021. Through the border, everything coming. This is 2021 in February. What's coming through the border is just absolutely insane. People want to talk about, oh, we need to get rid of all the guns. We need to get rid of all the guns, but nobody's talking about the border. We need to do more gun control on law-abiding citizens. How many times does it happen every day? Does it really happen every day that law-abiding citizens are causing gun issues or whatever? Like, I don't know. Anyway, but so this is the stuff that's coming through the border. More is coming through the border, but they don't talk about getting in control of the border. All kinds of assault rifles, pistols, ammunition, everything. All right. Anyway, I just want to go because I cannot stand. Hold on, let me check my notifications, y'all. Yeah, nobody saw the tweet. Nobody saw the tweet. Whatever. I can't stand her. All right, let's listen to what Whoopi has to say because the all-knowing Whoopi Goldberg.
For mass shooters to buy, carry, and own guns in his state. Let's apply his. I want to thank Governor Abbott because he signed 22 bills this year, making it easier for mass shooters to buy, carry, and own guns in his state. Let's apply his abortion laws to guns by deputizing citizens to sue anyone involved in gun violence. So you sold an AR-15 at the gun show? See you in court. Does your neighbor have too big an arsenal? call the cops. Actually, let's invoke some Supreme Court logic, too. Alito says abortion's not in the Constitution. Well, neither are AR-15s. So I guess the Constitution doesn't cover them either. Life is so sacred, then stop using guns to abort young lives.
And stop
using guns.
And stop voting for Republicans.
No, don't stop voting for Republicans.
Yes.
But get better Republicans in there.
No, not
Get
right
people
now.
who are going to look and say, okay, we don't have to have AR-15s. Well, I want to keep my shotgun because I still hunt. Okay, you can have your gun, but you can't have your AR-15. If you're going to get all in my business and tell me what my family can and cannot do, neither can you. They're going to come for those AR-15s, and you better get ready to give them up.
Okay. Oh, that's right, Whoopi. She said you. She said they gonna come for them. You better be ready to give them up. They be hype, and then the crowd goes wild. They love it. Like then, rest in peace to these kids. Then the crowd goes wild. We're not gonna stay stuck on this topic too long either. Okay, but then the crowd goes wild. Like yeah, they're gonna come and you better be ready to give him up. You can't have this and you can't have that. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, the criminal in North Philly, you know what? He's not shooting with handguns, okay? He has these big Uzi looking things. He has them. He didn't ask Whoopi if he could have them. He has them. Secondly, the whole, well, you trying to control about my abortion rights. Well, then I can control, but it's not the same thing. There's a Second Amendment. You have the right to bear arms. I hate when this liberal media makes these kind of arguments. They're not arguments. They're just emotional puppeteering. They just to get people to go, yeah, girl, that's right. And then you clap. This is why women are, especially Black women, we are the emotions. We have to start like taking them out because it is not it's not even a comment that is based in any sense of reality. Like it's not. And then you get the other one on the other side talking about that's why then don't vote Republican. Like wow. like why are you pushing that so much? It's like that's why we can't vote Republican. What are Democrats exactly doing for this nation right now? Please tell me. What exactly is the Democrat doing right now for this country that they're so special to vote for? I need to know. Nothing, right? This lady's pushing for you to vote Democrat, and she can't tell you one good thing they've done. Hi, Kimberly. Thank you. I'm so glad you're covering this. It is taking everything in my soul to keep allowing stupidity from the left to cause me to have an aneurysm. Yes, I mean, honestly, and it's not that they and they know what they're saying doesn't make sense, especially these people who have like mainstream platforms. They know that they gaslighting you. They're just saying stuff because it sounds good. I used to fall for it all the time too, where I used to say like, oh yeah, we shouldn't have all these guns. But common sense will tell you, you better be ready. First of all, what are you going to do? Like when you are met with some criminal who's ready to end you without question. I'm not saying walk around like we're in a war zone, but the criminal doesn't even think about all that. That's why I said I said this on Facebook. I'm not sure if I said this yet on YouTube. Who let me tell you who practices their Second Amendment perfectly is the criminal. Okay. Isn't that ironic? The criminal. Democrats, I knew this was going to happen to Joe Biden. As soon as this thing happened, I said, Joe Biden is salivating. He cannot wait to get to the podium just to start talking about gun control. And boy, did he. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then he said stuff like, we're going to come get you, those who don't vote for the right gun control. What do you mean? How can you talk to, these are people, we live here. Like you're the president of the United States. What is this? I seriously believe that Democrat establishment who act like this, whether it be leftist liberal media or our president, they do this, they all, I feel like they all have personality disorders. I seriously do. And so then they get the claps, people clap for them. And they feel important. It makes them feel really important. Like, yeah, I'm telling you what to do. Yeah, you're going to have to give up your AR. Well, but you don't know me. You don't know. You don't know. Like, who are you to say that? These people think they're important, like they're special. It is frankly annoying. But I covered that topic because like it's we have to have reality based conversations, reality based solutions. Um, we do. We never hear the stories about somebody who saved somebody's life with a weapon. I'm not out here, advocating like if I want to walk around here with a bunch of weapons in my pockets and stuff. No, but this is my constitutional right. And if I choose to practice it, that's my business. And I don't think that it should be taken away from me just because an evil person committed an evil act. And Democrats don't care when blacks in the inner city, I mean, let's call it what it is. Blacks in the inner city are ending themselves, are erasing each other. And then Joe Biden gets on the news today and starts talking about George Floyd and says that black people are afraid to go to the market and go to, because because the cops are just going to come kill us at the market or some sort of militia. I'm tired of it. I am. I want to share one last thing because I want to talk about I'm going to end off with this piece with the gun stuff, but I still want us to stay focused on things that are going on, like our energy crisis, because we have a serious energy crisis going on, our food crisis, right, our food crisis going on. We have things that we need to discuss and start to prepare for. All right. But and I don't want to make this video too long, but all right. So I just want to share this with y'all though, because then they tell you that blacks are scared, oh, we're so scared. I was looking up everything, y'all. I was looking up the NRA, and people, we need background checks there are background checks for the guns. There are background checks. I'm not too hyped about we need psych checks. Like, don't get me wrong. If you really have a person who's on, Zyprexa and Seroquel, and yes, we do need to discuss the fact that you're on psychotropic medications and you shouldn't have a handgun. But then again, maybe they're therapeutic. Like it's not really a yes or no easy answer. But Joe Biden tells me that I'm afraid to go to the market because it is the cops that are killing me, and it's screaming. And that's another thing. Anybody who screams defund the police, such as a Joe Biden, I have to believe that you're racist. I do. I have to. Because well, who's going to fight the crime? I'm serious. Who's going to fight the crime? You don't care then that you're screaming defund the police, but it doesn't come to your doorstep, the stuff that's happening out here in the streets. Whoopi Goldberg says she wants to take the guns. Whoopi Goldberg doesn't have to worry about if she needs to go get something in the middle of the night if she's going to die. In the name of God, I'm glad that she doesn't, but not by a cop, by a criminal. Okay, so I'm going to share this. They say this is the gun memorial, and I got this page from Ock Nation, who I follow on YouTube. He shares like the gun memorial from different cities, and I want to make it clear that anybody who died, rest in peace to them. All lives matter. But the reason why I'm pulling this up is they're telling me that it's cops that's the problem. All this, we need gun control and all that. 562 people died in Philadelphia last year. I made a video about this before when the year started. I said, if we don't stop now, we're going to lose. Like, I thought it was going to be about 650, 562 died. Now this is May 22. Now I want you, first of all, just rest in peace to everybody. But I want you to take a look at, the pattern here. Okay. Okay. You know what I mean? And again, if it wasn't, if whoever's on here, rest in peace, it's a shame. But there is a pattern that you cannot miss. You just can't miss it. You can't miss it. You know what I'm saying? I'm being very conservative when I say 90% Black people, because it really looks about 95%. We are erasing. And let's be clear that this was not cops who killed these people. Look at this baby girl. This is not cops who killed these people. Okay? It was a criminal with a gun. Okay? Ended lives. Lives ended. These lives are ended. Okay. We have to have reality-based conversations, y'all. Um, the gun control would have never stopped this from happening because the evil criminal who killed these people, I'm pretty sure their gun wasn't registered. Okay. That's the reality. You want to solve problems, right? You're going to stop all this crime. Vote out the progressive DA. I begged everybody. Please don't vote Larry Krasner back in. Please don't. He's letting everybody out. We're not having any convictions. And we know the mentality. They go right back into the hood and end lives in the hood. They voted him back in based off of some notion of, oh, the other guy's going to do stop and frisk. At this point, we could handle a little stop and frisk. And if you're not breaking the laws, I think that you will be fine. Lives ended. Joe Biden, I am not afraid of the cops when I go to the market. Okay? I'm not. So stop saying that about me. Okay? It is infuriating. It is. It is, it's so infuriating because they lie to Black people so much and they work on our emotions so much. And they do say things like, don't vote Republican because they're racist, or get rid of the guns is going to help you Black people, or, Black people afraid to go to money. They stand on the back of dead Black people. Whether it be our administration, whether it be BLM, whether whoever, I mean, millions made off the deaths of Black people. Then they tell you that you can't vote. Oh, that was another thing. Oh, remember the whole Georgia voting thing? I had people telling me, well, Black people can't get IDs. This was Black people telling me that they couldn't get IDs. And I'm like, yes, you can. We have them already. Like, what do you mean? Well, guess what? The mainstream media isn't talking about massive voter turnout in Georgia. Black people, massive people voted in Georgia this year. I thought Black people couldn't vote. I thought we were suppressing and diluting the vote. I'm tired of these fake. I can't, it is frustrating. I am tired of talking about make-believe things. Solutions, we need to clean the streets of murderers. We need to vote by looking at policies, okay? Not about what sounds good, policies, all right? And we need to educate and empower ourselves. We do. That goes for everybody, for real. All right. Anywho, couple other things I wanted to discuss, because I meant to do a whole video about our energy crisis. So we're still at war with Ukraine. I don't know what it is. We're still at slush fund money laundering in Ukraine. So we have our gas prices will not stop going up, and they'll tell you it's because of Ukraine. It's not. Joe Biden so he sold the leases to two more oil drilling. Hold on a second. Damn. Oil prices climb on expectations of increased demand and of China lockdowns. Of course, they climb, but there were two. I'm so annoyed because I hate when I'll be prepared and then I'm really not prepared, right? Yeah, here it is. Yeah. Yeah. Biden administration. But no, I'm not signing up. Biden administration cancels drilling sales in Alaska and the Gulf of Mexico. Okay, now this was May 12, 2022. Biden administration is canceling oil drilling lease sales in the Gulf of Mexico and Alaska's Cook Inlet, triggering furious responses from Republicans who are blaming Joe Biden for. Of course, wait. Who else do you blame when he keeps on shutting down oil drilling? They're blaming Joe Biden. No. It's not blaming. It is giving you the source of the issue. I mean, this is exactly what it is. I mean, even though any lease sale would not produce oil and gas in time to alleviate current high, they always say that, like, well, even if we start the gas drilling now, it's not going to alleviate anything to alleviate the problems now. Okay, but we can work towards the future. So how long are we supposed to go like this? And this is why I keep telling people, I'm like, yo, your gas prices are not going to stop going up. I said this when the man became president. He said, I'm not going to frack. I said, he means what he's saying. These people want to destroy, like, they want to destroy everything. He means what he's saying. He became president. He killed the pipeline deals. And he kept on removing permits. And then they give permits in land that they know is dry, has no oil in it. So then you get people who are like, I'm not going to invest in oil in America because they're not going to open up any opportunity for me to, drill. So then we become energy dependent. Okay. The Biden administration's announcement that they will cancel new offshore oil and gas production approaches, level of irresponsibility and reckless stupidity never seen before. And this is absolutely true. So we don't even need to read any more past there. We also have another thing to think about is, and I'm not just going to scare you all for fun, because we're going to talk about some solutions too, because we got to be ready. I mean, this is happening. Because one thing, even I forget it. I forget that when with all this oil, like non-drilling and drilling or whatever, it affects all energy. It affects all energy. Energy crisis, blackouts. Energy crisis. Blackouts expected this summer across the U.S. due to extreme temperatures and drought. Not only that, the power grid, we are in a crisis. U.S. power grid regulator NERC is warning of rolling electricity blackouts in parts of the U.S. as extreme temperatures and drought stress the power grid. But it's even just producing the energy for the power grid. I'm just trying to look at this before. They're saying it's just because droughts and, because it's going to be hot, but it's also we don't produce energy to like, to energize. I don't know, like we don't produce enough energy now to actually keep our grid under control. A lot of people are really relying on this windmill and stuff or whatever. And this is why we're going to have these kind of issues. Like, the fact is it's going to happen. I'm not saying for everybody. I'm not trying to be fear mongering, but this is stuff we need to look out for. It is. This administration has, I know I try not to do the whole, I hate Joe Biden's administration, but what am I supposed to say though? How am I supposed to feel? This is the administration of we love the disparaged. No, you don't. No, you don't, because the disparaged cannot afford the $6 a gallon gas that's here in Philadelphia. Yes. Okay. They sent letters saying it's going to cost more to heat up your homes this year, or, to cook, all that. Like, this is reminding me of Haiti. I think I said this in my last video. This is reminding me of Haiti. So what do we do? Right? Get yourself on Amazon. You go on Amazon. They have stuff like solar powered fans, which have like chargers, like you could charge your phone on the solar powered fan. So you could purchase some of those. My brother's like, I'm just gonna get solar panels for like mom's house or whatever. So I might be over there this summer, but we have to know this stuff in order to be prepared for it, because this stuff it's happening. Like, it's happening whether we know it or not. So I'd rather know than not know and not be prepared. We still have the baby formula shortage. Now, we getting baby formula coming in through planes, and somebody will be like, well, we have a solution for it. That's not gonna last. That's not gonna last. Like, how much? Like, what is going on? And every time I turn around, he's going into the energy grid the oil reserves to get more oil out and gas or whatever. So I can lower the prices by 10 cents. And you keep going in there and you taking out our, emergency supply. And this is a man-made situation. They want people in electric cars. They do. But without caring that a lot of people can't afford them. This is crazy. This is why I believe in paying attention to policies before you vote. Y'all can never get me ever with he's racist. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. Y'all never get me like that. Y'all had me like that before. You know what I mean? In 2016, y'all ain't had me like that in 2020, and y'all damn sure never get me like that from here on out. Show me the policies. That's enough. Look where we at, and it's only 2022. Then they keep sending money to Ukraine. Money to Ukraine. It's supposed to be America first. Our borders are open. I don't want to just rant and yell, but it's just all about knowing what's going on and being prepared. This isn't going to be a long live because I was already live on Facebook, but I just needed to put I guess I just needed to rant. Like when you over 30, you just be like looking at this stuff and you're like, let me just turn on the camera and start ranting. So, I mean, just being prepared. And even the food thing, like we don't have the fertilizers an issue. Like this food shortage has been going on for a while, though. It's just being ramped up by this war. So, by this so-called war. So, what I do plan to do is get some more information. Like I'm looking up different people who talking about like predicting, economists who like predicting our economy issues, like what's going to happen with the housing market. I don't like being caught without being prepared. I don't like surprises. So I hope that by now people are seeing we really have to pay attention when we vote. Midterms are coming. They're going to come up. November be here right away because time flies. And they'll like tell us, I know it's going to definitely in Pennsylvania because the person who is running for Republican governor in Pennsylvania is Doug Mastriano. They're going to say he's insurrectionist. They're going to say he's a racist. They're going to say all this stuff about Doug. Oh my God, he's a Christian nationalist. I hate that word. Christian nationalist. What is that? What does that mean? They got all these terms, man. That's how they get these buzz terms stuck in your head. Christian nationalist. That makes it sound like a terrorist. Why? Because I love the Lord? Crazy. So anyway, guys, I'm going to actually end this right here because I was already on Facebook. This didn't go how I planned when I was on Facebook. So anyway, I will see you guys at the next video. Thank you, Kimberly, for coming through. And I will talk to you guys later. All right. Bye.